Everyone, it's Sue with Ully Cat's Designs and Ully Cat's World blog. And today I have a stenciled Christmas card, and it's made using the Pink Fresh press plate called Holiday Street. And it's a street with houses, and it has matching stencils. So I've got my stencil number 1 lined up over my printed piece. Here's what the printed piece looks like. I'm going to be using some Catherine Pooler ink today, and my first shade is Blue Raspberry. And it's just a nice light blue. The main parts of this stencil, number 1, is the road and then just a few of the buildings. So there we are. And now we'll start our second stencil. I'm going to be using On the Lake Next Blue. Here's stencil 3, and it is all the trees. I'm using spruce as my color. So stencil 4, I'm actually going to be using 2 different yellows. My first one is chiffon, and I'm only going to use it on the Christmas tree and the door behind it. And then I'm going to use goldenrod. Here's stencil 5, and this one we're going to use amber. So if you've noticed, we're going from light to dark. Stencil 6 is going to use Rockin' Red. These are red tile buffs. And stencil 7, we're going to use Juniper Mist. It's kind of a nice purpley blue. We've got a white line down the side. So I've trimmed down our stenciled panel to 4 by 5 1/4. And now we're going to work on putting the inside greeting in, which is a die cut greeting. It's a Spellbinders Happy Holidays. It die cuts into 5 different pieces. And I've measured, and my D is my middle piece. So we'll get glue on this. And I like using glue rather than double-sided tape when you cut these out. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room. And I'm using my Lineco pH neutral glue from the Karen Berniston website. So like I said, I try to put the D in the center of it. And then Holidays gets the big H. Happy has the smaller H. I could do this with tweezers. I'm just being lazy. Sure, we get the back side. And I had that H go that way, so I best have this H go that way. And there we go. Happy Holidays. So then for the back, on my first one, I used the stencil, and because I accidentally got ink on this side, I ended up making just a little bit of a box off of that. Similar for the envelope. But this time I'm going to try masking things off a little better. So I'm taking more of my paper tape and marking that off. Not bad. Now for the envelope. I've added Joyous Wishes on the front, and that came from the Spellbinders Better Press Plates Mistletoe Greetings. You can see there's a bunch of different sayings, and I've just printed in different colors and cut them out, and I just keep them in a bag for as I need them. So we have Joyous Wishes, Happy Holidays, and we have our little tree on the back, as well as the trees on the back of the envelope. I hope you've gotten some inspiration from this little video, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.